One of the Umara was sitting in his tent and playing chess with his companion. A man wanted to enter to speak to him, so the Amir covered the chessboard with a cloth because he didn't want to be seen playing and relaxing. So when the man entered and spoke with the Amir asked, "Have you memorized the Quran?" And the man said, "No, I was busy with such and such, O Amir." So he asked, "Have you learned fiqh?" He said, "No." He asked, "Have you learned poetry?" He said, "No." He asked, "What about literature and Arabian history?" Again, the answer was no. So the Amir uncovered the chessboard and told his companion, "Il'ab falaysa ma'ana ahad." Play, for there is no one with us. What distinguishes us as men and women of quality is the knowledge and understanding that we possess. And true knowledge is that which we carry in our hearts and not what is present in our books. Therefore, a man must memorize. He must memorize whatever portion of the Quran he is able to. The fundamental ahadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the basic fiqh that he or she needs to worship Allah based on knowledge and understanding, and some sayings of our Salaf and a few lines of poetry among other things. Ibn Hazm al-Andalusi's books were burned by his enemies, and he said about this, فَإِن تَحْرِقُ الْقِرْطَاسَ لَا تَحْرِقُ الَّذِي تَضَمَّنَهُ الْقِرْطَاسُ بَلْ هُوَ فِي صَدْرِي يَسِيرُ مَعِي حَيْثُ اسْتَقَلَّتْ رَكَائِبِي وَيَنْزِلُ إِنْ أَنْزِلْ وَيُدْفَنُ فِي قَبْرِي. Imam al-Shafi'i said, علمي معي حيث يممت ينفعني قلبي وعاء له لا بطن صندوقي إن كنت في البيت كان العلم فيه معي أو كنت في السوق كان العلم في السوق. Now, as promised, here is my tip for you to memorize anything with ease. This is nothing but a practical way to apply the principle of spaced repetition that our ulama have been using for ages. Write down anything you want to memorize in a small notebook, ideally one that fits in your pocket. I like to write down beautiful du'as of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that I want to memorize, my favorite lines of poetry, sayings of our scholars that I find beneficial, and some lessons of fiqh that I want to master. You can write down whatever you want to memorize. Now I want you to start carrying this notebook with you wherever you go. And the next time you feel the urge to check your phone or browse through social media, take out this notebook and simply go through the contents instead. You don't need to make an extra effort to memorize everything in it, but simply read it attentively. Keep doing this whenever you have time. Alternatively, you can read this notebook regularly at a fixed time, for example, before going to bed. Within a week or two, you will have memorized what you have written down. Feel free to keep adding more knowledge to your notebook. This technique of reading something regularly at repeated intervals is extremely powerful. And if you start doing it, inshallah, you're going to be surprised how easily and quickly you can memorize a large amount of information. If you decide to do this, please let me know about your experience in the comments a week or two from now. Now I'd like to leave you with a short poem by Ibn Yasir about the importance of memorizing and mastering a small portion of knowledge instead of reading a lot. He says, أما لو أعي كل ما أسمع وأحفظ من ذاك ما أجمع ولم أستفد غير ما قد جمعت لقيل هو العالم المسقأ ولكن نفسي إلى كل نوع من العلم تسمعه تنزع فلا أنا أحفظ ما قد جمعت ولا أنا من جمعه أشبع وأحصر بالعي في مجلسي، وعلمي في الكتب مستودع. فمن يك في علمه هكذا، يكن دهره القهقر يرجع. إذا لم تكن حافظا واعيا، فجمعك للكتب لا ينفع.